be training on SmartList tips and tricks in Microsoft Dynamics GP 2015. On our agenda today, I'll review the purpose, why you should learn the tips and tricks. Next, we'll go over an overview demonstration, and this will include favorites and columns features. Secondly, I'll do a demonstration on the extras, which are the new tricks within GP 2015. Lastly, we'll discuss the additional options, which are other products that can be used alongside SmartList. You're probably wondering, who am I? My name is Abby Barton, and I'm a Business Advantage Support Senior Associate at Rand Group. I have 3+ years with Microsoft Dynamics GP, which includes version 8.0 through 2015 R2. I have also been in the software support industry for 4+ years. Let's talk a little bit about my team. We are the Business Advantage Support Team. We provide post-deployment support for Dynamics GP. Our goal is to assist clients with the most effective and efficient ways to utilize the software they own. We also can provide assistance with software updates, technical support, and training catered to clients' needs. Now, what is the purpose of knowing SmartList tips and tricks, you may ask? Well, my question to you is, do you use SmartList every single day? My guess is yes. But are you using it to the fullest? We have found that most Dynamics GP users use SmartList on a regular basis. However, they're not aware of all the functionality available to them. So let's review. Okay, let's open SmartList. Here's the standard GP SmartList window. On the left-hand side, we have the stock GP SmartLists that come with the product. And I want to review financial and account summary. Alright, so this gives me all my account summary information. It'll show year, period ID, account number, account description, debit, and credit amount. But I want to narrow this search down. It's giving me a little too much information. So if I click the search button at the very top, it pulls up the search window. Now I have 4 search definitions I can enter here to make the information smaller. I'm just going to do for the year 2013. So if I click the lookup, and I click year, and I'm going to select from the drop down 2013, and click OK. Okay, so I have 363 records just for 2013, only my account summary information. But it's still too many records. I want to narrow it down a little bit. So let's click the search button again. And I want to do this just for my cash operating account. So in search definition 2, I'm going to do the lookup, click account number, and it's equal to 000110000. And I do want you to notice that at the very bottom, there's the maximum records here. So currently we have only 363 records, but if for any reason you have more than 1,000 records, you can always change this to the highest number possible, and this will give you all records. I'll just click OK. Okay, so now I have all information for cash operating for the year 2013. But I really don't like how the columns look, so let's change those a little bit. I'm going to use the columns number button here and click columns. Okay, so I actually want to add some columns. I'm going to click add, and this shows us all columns that are available to this SmartList. I'm going to add account type, and then I'm going to add whether it's active or not, and click OK. Now I want to remove period ID because that's not important to me. So if I click on the line and then click remove, it makes it go away. Also within this window, you can move any one of these columns up or down. Doesn't matter how you want to do it. So we can go account type. I want this to be by account number. Let's go there, and I want to show active actually at the very top. So I'll click this one, and it moves to the top. And I also want to make these names a little bit smaller. I don't need to see amount. I know it's an amount. So I'm going to click debit, and then I'm going to create this one as credit. Okay, perfect. And then click OK. So now I have it exactly the way I want it. I like the way it looks, and I want to save this. So how do I do that? Well, you click the Favorites button at the top. So let's click Favorites. Within here, I'm going to name this Cash Operating 2013. And you'll see it visible too. So this means system would mean for everybody to see. If you click the drop down, you can do it per company. So I only want this seen in my Fabricam company. You can do by user class, and you can also do by user ID, which would mean once I create this favorite, it's only for me. For now, I'm just going to do system. And then I'll click add and add favorite. We'll talk about add favorite and reminder later. So let's click add favorite. Okay. So now I have cash operating for 2013. This is all the information I need. That's great. But I think I forgot something. So I want to add more information. I want anything greater than 2013. So I'm going to go ahead and change my search operations. Let's click search. And let's do is greater than 2013. And click OK. Okay, so now I have all information, anything greater than 2013. This looks a little bit better. I want to save this. So in order to modify this current favorite, you have to click Favorites again. I'm going to change the name to just Cash Operating. And then click Modify. Okay, so now I have my favorite exactly the way I want. I can always go back to the default by clicking the asterisk. And it brings me back all the information available to me for account summary. And then let's say for cash operating, I'm done to SmartList. It's 2018 now, and I guess it's just not important to me to have this. I'm going to create a new one, and this one I don't need. So if I click on it and click Favorites, and then click Remove, I have now removed that favorite, and it's no longer seen here. Here's a summary of what we learned. We reviewed the SmartList window. We went over the search button, the columns button, and the favorites button. Next, we did favorites, how to name, remove, and modify them. And we also went over columns, how to add columns, how to remove columns, how to rename the display name, and also how to sort. Now let's go over our extras demo. Okay, we're back in Microsoft Dynamics GP, and I want to go over those extras. So we're going to add the SmartList icon. Currently, I have to go Microsoft Dynamics GP, SmartList. That's just too many clicks for me. I just want to have to do one click. So if I go to the right-hand corner and click Toolbars, and then click Standard, this adds a little light bulb here, which is for SmartList. It also adds general transaction entry, tasks, reminders, and my reports. So this is useful if you want just one click. I want a shortcut. Let's open SmartList up. And let's review SmartList reminders. I did say I would go over this. So I'm actually going to use the sales folder. I'm going to go into receivables transactions, and I'm going to do past due customer transactions. And I believe I have quite a few. So I'm going to narrow this down. I'm in charge of the Aaron Fitz electrical customer, and I only want to see those past due that are sales invoices. So let's narrow the search. And I'm going to add document type, sales invoices, and customer number. Okay, and let's click OK. Okay, so now I'm just showing the past due customer transactions that are sales invoices for Aaron Fitz, because I'm in charge of this customer. But I need a reminder because I should have 0 outstanding invoices for this customer. So let's set up a favorite. And I go favorites, and I'm going to call this past due Aaron Fitz. And I want to make this visible just for me because it's not important to anybody else. So I'm going to do user ID. And then click add favorite, and reminder. Okay, so this opens the customer reminder window. Now I want it to remind me when this is greater than 0. So if I have more than 0 transactions, it's going to remind me on my home page. So I'll click OK. And let's exit out of here. And let's go financial and home page to refresh my home page. So here's my reminders, my current ones that I have up. I already have all my past due customer transactions. But if I scroll down, here's my past due Aaron Fitz. It's going to remind me on a daily basis that I have 4 outstanding. So if I click this, it opens up the SmartList I created, and I can review the transactions. So you can set up multiple reminders. You could set up for vendors, outstanding invoices, inventory that needs to be replenished. Any favorite that you set up, you can set it up as a reminder. So let's review go-tos. Currently within our SmartList, if we double click on a line item, well, it depends which SmartList you're in, but for this example, if I double click this line item, this is going to open my receivables transaction inquiry zoom, which we are under receivables transactions, so that's the window it's going to open. But let's say I want to review customer information. I need to check an address. If you see at the top, the Go To button is now available because I clicked a line item. So I'm going to click Go To, and I'm just going to go customer inquiry. Okay. Alright, so I needed to check his address. It looks like 1 Microsoft Way, Redmond. Okay, that's what I need to know. But he also has another address in our warehouse. Okay, that's good information. So we'll click OK. Now the reason the go-tos are very important is that you don't have to open up multiple inquiry windows to get to that information. You can actually just click a line and click Go To. So next, let's just go to Customer Payment Summary. And this gives us information for customer payments. They have a balance of $24,272.06, and they have a credit limit of $35,000. So again, it's a quick button rather than having to go to inquiry and go customer summary and then go back and go to inquiry and go to payment information. Right within the same SmartList place, you can click Go To and go to multiple windows. Now let's go over how to create a top 10 SmartList. And I don't think a lot of people use this one. So let's do customers, and let's go customer balance. Okay, so I have 106 customers, but I really only want to see my top 10 customers with the highest balance. So if you click search, and then you click order by, and I want to do customer balance descending, that's correct. It knew what I want to do. Click OK. And I don't want 1,000 records, I only want the top 10. So I'm going to change this to 10. And click OK. Now I have the highest customer balances, so my top 10 highest customer balances. And I can save this as a favorite to review later. So I'll click favorites, and top 10 customer balances. And I'm going to add this favorite. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So you can use top 10s for top 10 past due customers, outstanding transactions with the highest balance, pretty much anything, top 10 items sold, you could utilize the top 10 here. Lastly, I want to show you how to export to Excel. If you haven't already used this feature, you're going to love it. Okay, so for my example, I'm going to use the sales folder. I'm going to go to Sales Transactions and click Open Invoices. I have about 56 open invoices and I want to export this data to Excel. So I'm going to click the Excel button here at the top, and it automatically opens Excel and exports the data to the spreadsheet. Now, once I have my data in my spreadsheet, I could from here do additional filtering. Let's say I need 5 columns that I want to filter by. I could do that with an Excel. I could also go ahead and create a pivot chart, create a pie chart, use any of the functionality in Excel that's available using the SmartList data. This is also useful for if you need to send spreadsheets to non-GP users. You can just export the data from any of the SmartLists available or any favorite and just export it to Excel. It's a great feature. Let's summarize what we learned about extras. Remember the SmartList icon? It's on Toolbars, Standard, and there you have a SmartList shortcut. Next we did SmartList reminders. Any favorite from your SmartList can be created as a reminder. When you open up your homepage, you'll be able to view this reminder. Third, we learned about go-tos. Naturally, when you double-click a line item, it'll open up a default window. However, now there's a go-to button where you can select multiple windows to view different information. Second to last, we learned how to create a top 10 SmartList using the maximum records of 10 and by selecting an order by. And very important, lastly, we learned how to export to Excel. Any SmartList or favorite can be exported to an Excel spreadsheet. Here are some additional options that are available with SmartList. There's Excel Builder, SmartList Designer, and SmartList Builder. At a later date, we'll do trainings on each of these. And that's how you can use SmartList tips and tricks for Microsoft Dynamics GP to streamline your daily operations. I hope you enjoyed the training. If you'd like more personalized assistance with me and my team, we are available to our RAN Group Business Advantage support clients. When considering a new Microsoft partner to work with you, you may ask yourself, why RAN Group? Well, here's a few things to consider. For more information, please use the contact info here. We look forward to working with you soon. Thank you.